how do you herd the cats, so to say, before this event to get people to agree on one power purchase agreement? Or is there a little play? Like, do you give them a rough document before and then say, listen, we're going to be covering this document 99%. You guys got to bid on it. And then afterwards, maybe there's some fine tuning. I'm just wondering what your process is to make a bunch of people agree on how to buy something, which has been challenging for me personally.
Well, very good questions. We've averaged to date about 17 bidders on every auction so far. And not all of them have shown prices for a variety of reasons. Some, they're new to an auction, so they want to observe first. Or two, the opening bids were stronger than they wanted to bid anyway, so they just sit back and watch, right? I mean, there's a variety of reasons. No different than you going up to an estate sale auction. It's the same premises, except this is online, right? So ahead of time, whoever my developer or the seller is, they work with me to develop a invitee list. They actually have the final say as to who's invited. I don't say who gets invited. I can name who I know and provide those leads to the seller, but they ultimately have to do their own credit check. They've got to decide who's going to get the invitation. Then we invite everybody to the auction, included in the RFP. If they show an interest, we have an FAQ we provide them because we know there's certain questions they're going to ask ahead of time. We try to have a generic contract from the developer ahead of time so they have at least a chance to prove that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have scheduled Zoom question answer session that everybody can show up on and ask the developer questions. We prefer that they submit the questions first so we make sure we have the right person within the organization on board on that call to be able to answer the questions. So we just go through this several weeks process to get to the auction. And typically our auction is under 45 minutes. And our auction's not like what everybody's used to with regards to an online eBay auction. Online and eBay, there's a fixed expiration of time on the clock. And everybody tries to snipe it at the end to win. Well, that's not very efficient. So we have a resetting clock. We start our auction with 15 minutes on it. And when the auction gets below 3 minutes, next time a better bid comes in, the clock resets 3 minutes and continues to reset until all bids have held for 3 consecutive minutes at the end of the auction. And so by doing that, we know that every participant gets last look. Do they want to win this deal or not? As opposed to if it's an email in RFP, they're just hoping the seller tells them what rank they got in there. They don't even know what the prices are, right? In our auction, every participant sees the other person's price, but they don't know who it is, okay? So that full transparency helps the host of that auction determine that they've got, at that moment in time, because it is live, the best price in the market that day. And so our average auction's been running about 34 minutes. So since we start with 15, you can see that it resets numerous times because sometimes they reset and it's only 10 seconds and the next one comes in. So it's not adding 3 minutes every single time, right? Yep. So anyway, so that's a big difference between us and what eBay does. The resetting clock is really the magic to the whole thing.